warm welcome, friends, to Journeymen, the boxing podcast by boxing fans for boxing fans. I am Jack Scrimshaw, and alongside me is...
Adara Kabara.
Indeed. Well, not quite alongside me. This is virtual. This is all done by the wonders of technology. A bit like last Saturday. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Not to mention the absurd heavyweight news that has come through this week. They've officially licensed Murder, which is disgraceful. And also some good heavyweight news to finish us off. But speaking of being finished off, mate, Saturday night, it was the rematch. Ben Eubank Jr. 2. It wasn't what we were expecting, was it?
It certainly wasn't. And I genuinely was quite surprised. I think a lot of us had Eubank to win, but were secretly hoping that Conor would pull something out of the bag. And oh my goodness, I think a lot of people are probably still trying to actually recover from that because...
Well, Eubank certainly is.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's be honest, I don't think he... for whatever reason,
he shouldn't have been in there.
No, he wasn't.
Simple
right.
as that. That was a man whose head was not in the game at all.
No,
his mind was elsewhere. His body was in the ring, but
his mind was elsewhere, and I don't know
absolutely
why he. If you know your body, then you know your mind, and if you know your mind isn't there. Maybe I think he thought that he could possibly just, I
think that's absolutely it.
Put on a performance and maybe try and just get through it the best he could. I think he did that, but it's probably going to cost him. It may cost him in the long run.
I think it will cost him his career, to be honest. I mean, he's 36 years of age. He said in the press conference, I just don't know. After tonight, he thought he could brave the first round, and as you said, put on a performance. Very well said, as he did in the first fight. And sometimes the body and the mind just aren't playing from the same song sheet.
No, I mean he couldn't move. He couldn't get out of the way of some of those punches. I'll have to admit, but I think he just did. I think he was looking. I think he was looking around. And I think he just knew. I think sometimes I don't quite have it anymore. And like you said, he's 36. He's not a young man anymore, not in terms of boxing anyway. When you get to a certain age, if you can't, it's not a case of he couldn't throw a punch. I think I just think he just did not have it. And you could see he was trying, to the point where I don't think to the point where, in the last round, if it wasn't for the bell, he would have been stopped. And it would have been...
Or worse.
Or worse, he probably could have...
In some of those later rounds, I was actually... I mean, we were watching it with a bunch of other people on Saturday night, and I said multiple times, get him out of there. Now, what we're seeing... First off, I just want to make this clear, because this is our debut cast, and you don't know the form and everything, people out there. We're not slagging Eubank Jr. at all. No. In actual fact, anything but. I've got a lot of sympathy for Chris Jr. at the moment. A hell of a lot of sympathy. Because, let's face it, he didn't have to be in there. He sounded broken after the fight. He sounded a broken man live in the arena, a broken man in the press conference, and he's had an awful few months, an awful year.
To be honest,
aside from the big fight,
I haven't seen the press conference. I didn't see the press conference. I think I was I suspected there were other things going on.
Oh, I did it next day.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he said. Now, what those things are, we don't know. It's not our job to speculate.
No.
It's not our job to say, oh, it's this, it's that, it's the other. But we know the bereavement in the family. Yes. We know the problems he's had or allegedly had with Senior before the first fight, which, correct, by the way, is still fight of the year for me. Closely followed by Wardley Parker, but
Yes.
that was that was fight of the year for me. That those two put on the first time, and that second time was not the same Chris Eubank Jr. I mean, I predicted him to win.
I predicted him to possibly win, but I there was a part of me that, of course, hoped that Conor did pull something out of the bag, because I knew, because I Conor has got that in him. He's also the younger man, but he's also there was something about him when they first fought. You could see he was, if he got knocked out, he was going to go down fighting. This time round, I think he planned. He knew what he was going to do. He learned from the first fight. He realized that, you know what, he's the bigger man, so I'm going to have to keep out of his reach. His reach is longer than mine, so I'm going to have to come in and catch him with good ones and maybe step away and let him. Yes, he's going to catch me with a couple of good ones, I know that. But if I can keep out of his range, which is exactly what he did, well, there wasn't anything he could do, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And when he came in and he caught Eubank with the flash, he caught Eubank with some very good ones over the entire fight, shall we say. You know, you could see that this was a one-sided. This was going to be one-sided.
I mean, there were points in that fight where Eubank was practically rugby tackling him.
Yeah, because he didn't know what he did not know what to do. He didn't have anything else left apart from that. Now the referee is, to be fair to him, I think probably. I think he knew what was happening, but he couldn't.
There's not a lot a referee can do in that situation. And, you know, if the fighter's defending himself, which Eubank was for the majority of that fight, I think in the last round there were points I was sort of saying he's not defending himself, ref. He's not defending himself. But the rest of the fight, he was at least trying to do that.
Yes.
But referees hate disqualifying fighters. They hate stopping fights.
The only time I think he wasn't defending himself was the last round. The very last second of the last round.
And that was exhaustion.
That was exhaustion. And Conor Ben thought, I'm going to have him here. But if it wasn't for that bell, I think he would have just, because you can tell when fighters are exhausted. You can tell when their hands are down. That was it for him. He just about did everything he could to hang on.
Conor did nothing wrong in there. Nothing at all. And when we did the pilot for this podcast, which was going to be a preview show, you know, the unaired pilot, which is never going to be aired because there's only Adara on it and not me. So it sounds like he's talking to himself. He used a lovely you used a lovely old-fashioned word, mate. You used the word needle. Needle, exactly. There was needle between the two boys. In that presser, not a sign of it. Nothing but respect from both fighters, which is good to see. I think Conor knew there was something wrong
for a pair
after
of
the fight.
Spoon kids.
Not at all. I mean, their dads came from nothing. I mean, we were saying the last couple of fights, you know, Eubank Senior won both of those. We never saw those live, of course, because we were kids. No. Yes. You probably saw them on Uncle Joe's VHS tape that he brought round after all his mates had.
That's right. And you better hope that the Coronation Street or Emmerdale or EastEnders weren't recorded over the last couple of... the last 10, 15 minutes of it.
And you had to also keep track of the whole wedge. She's commentary because he did send some mumble.
He did, yes. You had to literally go right
to follow, because we should have done an intro. We should have pointed out, Adara and I are both blind, so you're probably thinking, how can two blind guys talk about boxing? How can they talk about fighting? They've never fought. Well, we called this podcast Journeymen because we have been competitive fighters. Adara more than me, not in the boxing game, but in the judo game. But we know what we're talking about as fighting. I don't want to say fighting men, or sorry, Tyson, or athletes, but certainly fighters at an
Yes.
amateur level.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say, mate? I think.
It is, yes. Yeah.
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 So we do know what we're talking about. These men have so much pride and so much guts to get into that ring and to give us the best they got. They put their bodies on the line all the time.
And let's not forget, there's it's not, I mean, yes, there is a lot of money involved, but as Jack has just said, you got to put, I mean, let's be real. A prime example here, Connor. Okay, Chris Eubank mentioned not too bad for a pair of Silver Springs kids. Now, he said that because, okay, yes, although Chris mostly has had a reasonably good life, he has had mansions in various places, whereas Connor, on the other hand, I do believe, although he went to a finishing school in Spain, he basically lived in his nan's house in the middle of Essex, went and lived in his nan's house on a mattress on the floor and spent most of his days going to a gym in the middle of Essex, in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Grew up tough.
To basically do his training. Eubank,
Learned,
to an extent, he learned his trade. He had to start from. He has fought some particularly prestigious fights like Groves. But did he fight DeGale at one point? I don't think he was.
He did fight DeGale. Yeah, that was a fight of the
fight
year
DeGale
contender.
at one point.
Yeah.
I would see if that happens again. I doubt it because DeGale.
That will not happen again because James DeGale's now in the world of bare knuckle, which was interesting, to be honest. I did watch that fight, but it's two different sports.
It is, yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Two very different sports.
So I think, to be honest with you, I think we will see. I think where Chris Eubank goes from here, I don't know. Connor, I'm sure Eddie's phone has been blowing up since Saturday night. It probably hasn't stopped ringing.
Connor is going to fight for a world title at 147 pounds. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Now,
I guarantee you.
Definitely. But here's the other thing as well that was said. After Connor said, I'm done. I don't want to do, with it. But I guarantee you, I give it about 6 months, maybe a year. Because he did say in the press conference after he'd had a couple, who, money does talk, which is true, it does.
It does.
If Chris Eubank,
we're going to get to that.
Does, if they do want to do it again, I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen.
It's the elephant in the room, isn't it? Because we're at 1-1.
Yes, yeah.
They'll want a decider. The promoters will want a decider. The fans will want one.
The dads not so much. I think the dads are kind of are staying out of this one. Nigel said I'm staying out of this one. So
I don't blame him. Yeah.
What Chris decides to do, that's entirely up to him.
Well, we never know what Senior's going to do. Let's be honest.
No.
I mean, he went on MasterChef with a tin of corned beef, for God's sake. Look, they're going to want to see it, but does Junior have it still? And how long? Obviously, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen in his personal life. I mean, he's trained for boxing all his life. He trained in the roughest, toughest, sweatiest, smelliest gyms in Harlem, New York. Learned his trade the hard way. Senior saw to that. Basically sent him off to the States and said, you're on your own, kid. He's fought well. He's, I think, the greatest fighter to never make it, if you know what I mean. And by make it, I mean the glitz and the glamour of his dad, of Joe Calzaghe, of Carl Froch, of other great super middleweights. Well, yeah, a world title of any significance. He's won a few plastic ones.
Yes.
But honestly, 36, Father Time catching up on him. It's a young man's game. He's fighting at a very hard level in one of the hardest divisions in boxing, super middleweight.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't see it.
No. I think
No.
he would have to think about, and he probably has got a lot of money out of this one too. But yeah, he'll have to
He's
think
got plenty of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll have to think about that. What do I really want to be putting myself through that again?
I honestly think it's too early to say for sure, but here in the state he was in, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Right now, no.
Speaking of money, money. Cash.
Here we
Missoula.
go, yes.
On December the 19th, the circus is coming to Miami, Florida. And we're going to see a licensed murder on television. That's my opinion.
I'm
Jake
actually looking
Paul-
forward to that.
I'm not going to lie, so am I. I'm not usually one for such things, I'm not going on YouTube to look at people being hanged in Iraq or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to watching Jake Paul getting the snot beaten out of him.
Yeah, who? Sorry?
Yeah, exactly. The YouTube kid, the wannabe boxer.
That guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Fitz, shoes on the other foot. Fought Tyson's brother, the reality TV guy.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Tommy. Oh, God.
Tommy. Yeah.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. Yeah, I remember him. Sort of.
Look,
Married to
I
Molly
like
May.
Tommy
Well, I
Fury.
think he was.
I'm not going to lie. I do
think-
like him. I think he's a nice guy. Is he a Tyson?
No. Not even
No,
close.
he isn't. No.
Come on, we know that.
But he's good telly. He's good telly. He knows the game, obviously. He's got a great tutor in John, his dad, in John Fury.
Yes.
Knows a
Yep,
thing or
yep.
two. Fought Henry Akin one day, back in the day, for the world title. But he'll tell you himself he didn't train for it
No.
properly.
He didn't.
As a lot of journeymen really didn't back then. But, he's not fighting Tommy Fury again. He's fighting Anthony Joshua,
Sure.
an Olympic gold medalist,
Very
two-time
true,
world
yeah.
heavyweight champion, who,
Champion,
yes,
yep.
has been inactive for a while,
He has.
but is 6 feet, 6 inches tall, on average, about 270 pounds. The last time this kid fought Jake Paul, Mr. YouTube, he
was
fought
against...
at about 13 stone. It's about 170 pounds.
and he thought, did he fight again? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Who did he fight again? What was his name? Oh, that's it.
Real good guy, real great fighter in his day.
Absolutely.
Mick Tendon.
Was it-
No.
Mickey something.
Michael Jordan.
Mickey-
No.
No,
I believe he
God,
can't
no.
fly. No. When he went to prison. He bit somebody the ear off.
Mike something.
Not Mike Tyson. Not the great
the
Mike
one.
Tyson.
Yeah, well, you would think
it
that.
wasn't.
Yeah, but no, surely not.
Hey, but
no.
don't worry, mate. Don't worry. This is going to be
Yes.
a proper fight. Apparently, it's not going to be a circus. Tyson's not going to box with his hands in his pockets. Well, it's not Tyson, in it. It's
Well, no.
Anthony's not been slipped 100 grand to fall in the 8th. It's going to be a proper fight.
Well, I bloody well hope not, because I'll be very, very, very annoyed if that happens. Well,
Proper fight. It'll
A
go at
proper
least
fight.
2, maybe 2.5 minutes.
I'm hoping it's 30 seconds, so I can literally just.
I'm not. I want him to torture
well.
the bomb. And I don't really like Anthony Joshua. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the new attitude. And I didn't like him pretending to be Mr. Clean Cut either. But I do respect him as a fighter,
I
as an
preferred
Olympian.
him as clean cut. I think what's happened to him now is he's realised that yes, there is a lot of money involved, and unfortunately, he's got. I think he's at that age where he's realised. Do you know what? I can't get my titles back. I'm not going to try. Well, it's not the case of I'm not going to try. I don't.
No, I think you got it right. Why would you risk getting your arse handed to you by, Usyk's vacated the WBO, so
Yes.
Fabio Wardley's got
Wardley
that,
has got that
Mr.
now,
Surprise package,
Yes.
who will wait 11 rounds and then destroy you. I still can't get over that. You could fight Moses Itama, who is just eating opponents alive. That kid is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think Fabio Wardley's ready for that just yet.
No.
I mean, that's just not him. He probably would eat him alive. I think a lot of people are genuinely not.
Well, Moses does have a fight coming up, and we will get on to that shortly.
Yes, true. Yeah,
let's finish the circus chat.
Indeed, yes.
Are you going to read a eulogy for Jake afterwards on the podcast? I mean, we shouldn't joke. We shouldn't. But
hang on a minute. Let me. Now you've just said that, I may have to write one up because I really
am I gonna have to get
know
my organ out?
what to say. Yeah. You get the organ out. I think it will go something like. Well, he was an interesting man. The end.
He was a shouty man.
He was a shouty man.
Yes.
The end.
His brother fought in the WWF. Sorry, WWE. Yeah, sorry.
Look, if I was him, and I'm just being honest, that
right.
if he gets marmalized in 30 seconds, if I was him, I'd just say, you know what, it was good. I enjoyed my little 15 seconds of fame. Thank you very much. Because this is not, I know why he's doing it because of.
We all know why he's doing it. It's money, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. We all know why he's doing it.
But let's be devil's advocate, right? Right. Let's just say Jake Paul wins.
Okay.
I had to say it quickly so I could get it out without laughing.
Yeah. Yes. Indeed. Okay.
Yeah. If Jake Paul wins, what happens then? Like, it's not going to happen.
Yes, but if
Joshua's going to win,
if Jake
Paul has
wins,
to win.
If Jake wins,
Who? Oh yeah.
Who does he try and fight next?
The Undertaker.
Probably. He's not going to go. He's not going to go up against Usyk, is he? Let's be honest. If he attempts to even
please
sort
God.
Usyk's
If you are listening.
If you are listening, Alexander, if you want to fight him, go ahead. I will happily watch sanctioned murder.
Sanctioned murder.
I'll even put money on it. Because that's what's going to happen.
It'd be a safe bet, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah.
But back to reality.
Yes, yeah.
Back to reality. Joshua wins. Realistically, who's he going to fight? Because, like you said, he's not going to go for the world titles now. Does he stick around domestically?
I think he
personally,
should.
there's only one fight I want to see him have.
And you know what? And you know which one that is, don't you?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay then. We're thinking along the same lines here.
Yeah.
I would like
Derek
to see that
Chisora. No, of course not. No, we want to see him and Fury.
Yep. And it's got to be at Wembley. And
it's got to be at Wembley.
100,000. It's got to be 100,000. It's sold out.
Yeah.
After that, the two of them can quietly go away and say, "Yeah, we did it. We thought,
because neither of them have anything left to prove. Tyson certainly doesn't.
But that's the thing with AJ. That's the thing with both fighters. The only reason why AJ is doing this is because of he basically looked at him and said,
"Yeah,
okay, how much
money
am I getting?" It's a
goodbye fight.
Yeah, he turned to Eddie Hearn and said, "How much money am I getting?"
Exactly. Okay. I think it's something like.
Did you say $2 million? Make it 5. 55.
55 million, I believe. Yeah.
Each.
Okay.
All right then. Yeah, I'll do it.
Do you know what? 55 million. I'll fight him.
The guy gladly. I'll fight him too.
I'll fight both of you.
I'll fight him. Yeah, I'll knock him out for that. Just for shits and giggles, excuse me.
Oh,
But-
listen, we retired for a reason.
Exactly. But you know what? 55 million? Oh, wow. Okay.
We
Yeah,
retired
this
because other people were glad we retired. But,
Absolutely. But
No,
this is why this is, I sit here and we laugh, but,
Yeah.
look,
what George Foreman?
once this murder has been fully committed, and the paperwork has been done, and AJ's been released on his own recognizance, preferably back to the UK, who will basically hide him somewhere for a couple of months. Then we can get on with some real boxing. I do stress.
Well, there's talk of
real
one
boxing.
more real boxing match before Fury in
Yes.
Nigeria, which I think will be great for Anthony's hometown folks, for his relatives.
Okay.
I think that'll be lovely. Be great for the sport. Be great for Nigeria. I don't know who the opponent would be, but
Personally, I'd preferably like to see it in. I'd like to see it here. I think it's got to be done here. The
Fury fight
gonna
has
fight
to be here.
Yeah, has to be
The
here.
Fury fight has to be here. But I think Eddie wants one more fight before that, just to work out the cobwebs with a proper boxer.
Talking about Fury, you mean?
No,
AJ.
for Anthony. But Fury
Okay,
definitely
right.
needs a warm-up as well.
Yeah,
I think
he will
he's been
do,
out
yeah.
of the ring too long.
He has.
I think, I don't know, Fury in there with somebody like, I don't know, Justice Hooney.
Possibly,
or
yeah.
maybe even Joseph Parker. I mean, they're
Yeah.
good friends, but
They
it'd
are,
be good
yeah.
to see them in the ring. I think that'll be a
Maybe even
fantastic
Joe
fight.
Joyce. Although I don't know how Joe Joyce would.
Yeah, maybe Joe Joyce. Yeah, that'd be another good one.
Yeah,
or
Joe
even
Joyce is-
Dubois, Daniel Dubois.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
I could see that'd be another good one. I think Devoir may have to. Yeah, because he needs another one. He's gonna have to get back on his feet again.
There's plenty of opposition out there for both guys at the end of the day
Yes,
to
yeah.
have a tussle with. And win, lose or draw, this is the beauty of it in these so-called warm-up fights. Win, lose or draw, we still want to see him fight. And they...
Oh yeah.
Well, Tyson says he's done. And I see why. You've been punched in the face since you're 10 years old. You've made loads of money.
After a while, you get a bit bored of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Made loads and loads of money. More money than you know what to do with. You've got lovely family. Why risk your health? I see the point.
Agreed.
But
Yeah.
there will always be that what if, I think.
And I think that's the thing with AJ as well. It's that what if. It's that sort of do I, and I they don't, and before we go into this, they do not like each other. This is not
they don't.
they don't like each other for whatever. I suspect it's probably because they used to train in the same gym.
That and just two different worlds, I think.
Yes.
They're just very different people. I think
They
they're
are.
very cordial with each other,
Yes.
but I don't think they're friends,
no,
if you will.
No. So this will probably be the for both of them to bow out on. But that's
just the right amount
we could
of
be
needle.
talking maybe a year. Yep.
Just the right amount of
Possibly
needle.
next
Maybe
year.
sort of this time next year.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Just the right amount of needle, and then they step out the ring, they shake hands, go home to their families.
Right.
That's what we want to see. Give us a prediction then. If this happens, who's winning it?
What you mean AJ and Fury
Yeah.
or AJ? So AJ and Fury, I think that's going to be a draw. I think they will.
Really?
They will. I think they will be. They're not at the top of their game anymore, but it will be a fight where they will empty the tank, both of them.
So you think
and they've
fight of
both
the year
been-
contender?
Yeah, they've both been hit. They've both been taken. They've both been hit, put to the canvas. They both understand what it's like to AJ. What AJ was twice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
AJ was twice. Yeah. Tyson has been put down twice, and most of the time, and it's well, twice or once? Twice. Yeah, twice, because
Yeah. Well, he basically lost to the best fighter of this generation. Lost to Usyk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. But and he was put down in that very first fight, as I recall.
He was, and then famously knocked down by Wilder some time ago. In
He
the
did,
12th.
yeah.
That
He did and got
historical
back.
recovery.
Very. But I think again, it's one of those things, isn't it? So it's not. They've both had they've both taken they've both had their licks. They've got to. Well, I think they will. It won't be. Will it be a spectacle? Possibly. Will it be a circus? Definitely.
No, no way.
Well, actually,
It will be a spectacle for sure. A big fight like that, that's unavoidable. But not a circus, no. I think it'll be both men's goodbye.
Yes.
And I think it'll be a great goodbye.
Okay, let me rephrase that. It won't be a circus, but it will be it will be. I would like it if they both emptied the tank. And if it was a draw, I'll take that. If either one wins, then, oh dear, do you think they'd want to do it again? Probably not.
Promoters will, but I don't.
Yes, yeah. Promoters will, but I think the two of them will look at each other and go, nah, I'm not doing this again. I'm sorry. It's just not feasible.
I think a draw is a good outcome, you know?
Yeah. It's just,
I'd be happy with that.
Yes. Yeah.
My prediction is a controversial one, I must say.
Okay.
It depends which AJ we get. If we get
there is that
AJ,
too.
the Olympic standard boxer, top form, the top form Tyson Fury, boxing, ducking, weaving, sticking and moving, I agree. Fight of the year contender, and I think they'll rule it a draw. However, if we get bodybuilder AJ who's stomping around the ring, too much weight on him, too much muscle, Fury will stop him in the 6th.
Because he just knows how to do that.
Because he knows where to hit, when to hit, and Joshua will gas himself out.
Yeah, it's a bit like Dillian White.
Yeah.
When he fought Fury, you could tell he was slow. He was too slow.
It was like when Frank Bruno fought Lennox Lewis. You know, Frank, great fighter, but a lot of the time just too much muscle on the frame. Yeah. And that can absolutely knacker you. Because all that lactic acid, you know. Yeah. It gets to you. And when you're in there for over 20 minutes, 30 minutes, not just throwing punches, but taking them as well.
3 minutes each round, 36 minutes is a long time to be in.
3 minutes is a long time. Let me tell you, it doesn't sound it, but you do 3 minutes on the bag, I'll tell you. It's, wow.
And then you've got to actually avoid being someone actually trying to do someone who's punching you back.
Absolutely.
That's something else.
Yeah. And the clinching and everything else that goes with it. It's not easy.
No.
Moving on into next year, very slightly, it's been announced for January, I believe the 17th. I could have that wrong.
Okay.
Moses Tama, who was meant to box next month on the 13th of December, but isn't because Jarrell Miller, big baby, big drug cheat, big steroid freak, don't like him, should never be boxing again, pulled out. He's now going to be in there.
Not surprised.
With Jermaine Franklin.
Who
most interesting.
I think it is another journeyman. Another journeyman again. I think Jermaine Franklin. The only reason why I think he survived AJ and maybe a couple of others is he just about managed to hang on. And I do trust the word hang on.
What a journeyman does, isn't it? That's what he's there to
do. Yeah. Let's be honest. I think there was, Joshua caught him with some absolute body blows that would have, any lesser man would have just crumpled and folded, and
Absolutely.
would have just stopped it right there and said, "No, thank you. I'll take him.
I'm going to steal a John Fury expression
Mm-hmm.
And say Jermaine Franklin is as tough as teak. He is really tough. He is not in there to lose, but can he beat Atama? No. In a word,
think no.
No.
I have a horrible. It will go longer than 50 seconds.
We hope.
It may go to the. We hope it may go to the third. I hope it goes to the second round. If it does, we'll see what happens after that. Basically, let's see what happens.
Atama needs rounds. You know what? Let's be honest.
He does need rounds because he's let's be honest. He's been in the ring with five. He's been in the ring with 3 or 4 people, and I haven't lasted the first round. So if Jermaine Franklin goes down in the first round, I would genuinely be. I would have to go. Okay, we need somebody. Then we need somebody else in there, even if it's just. And then if it
is taking a risk, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can only. He really reminds me of Frank Bruno, Moses Atama. You can only beat what's in front of you. And the fight's on YouTube. You can find it. When Frank Bruno was in an eliminator, they put him in there with this huge South African guy called Jerry Coetzee. And he was terrifying. He was a former world champion, extremely dangerous man. And Bruno destroyed him and made him look like a bomb. It started out, there was a veritable quiet, spoiler alert, if you're not going to be bothered to go on YouTube, folks, spoiler alert. So it was sort of very quiet, very expectant in the crowd. And they were just watching and waiting. They were feeling each other out. And Harry Carpenter, the legendary Harry Carpenter, God rest his soul, was commentating on it beautifully. And sort of saying, Bruno is ready for this fight. Okay. As Adara steps away there, I'll finish describing this for you. And he says, Bruno, waiting for this fight. Can he beat this huge South African? And Bruno nailed him with a hell of a shot. You could hear the punch. And Coetzee never recovered. He knocked him down a second time, and he nearly knocked him clean over the ropes, out of the ring. This was a former world champion. You can only fight what's in front of you. Bruno destroyed him. But there's only so many times a promoter can say, we'll give you this guy because, okay, he's not a bum. Okay, he's capable. Okay, he's tough. But he's going to give you some good opposition. If you destroy him, we've got to elevate you to world level. There's only so much you can hold a fighter back. And I think that is the problem they're going to have with Moses Atama. And we'll see if Adara has returned to the ringside, as it were, returned to the microphone. Incidentally, thank you all for tuning in to the Journeymen podcast here on YouTube. This is going to be a sort of semi-regular thing. I don't know if it's going to be monthly. It's not going to be weekly, I can tell you that. But certainly before and after any important fight, we will be here with this podcast, separating all the from the real stuff. And Adara is back with us.
Apologies, my doorbell just went, so I had to go and run and get it.
What you got?
I'm back. A parcel, a very large parcel at that.
Oh, a large parcel. Well, you can sort that out very shortly.
Oh, no.
Because we're nearly running out of time. But I did say to the listeners here...
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I was just saying, describing that Bruno fight. Bruno destroyed Coetzee, nearly knocked him over the ropes. If Atama does that, they've got to move him to world level.
Well, yeah, and even if he thinks he's not ready, I think this is another thing we were just talking about on the preview. Even if he thinks he's not ready, I'm telling you, this guy is ready. If he absolutely destroys Jermaine Franklin in January, we're going to have to look at him at world level.
Absolutely.
And even if it's a case of, he fights maybe Wardley after that before he fights Usyk, that might not be such a bad thing. But then again, I
tell you, we stick him in with.
He'll probably axe Wardley as well. So because I think Wardley with Wardley, I think he knows that he's a big puncher and he hasn't got that. He's not a combination kind of person. He hasn't got that kind of. He's not that kind of. He's a power puncher, so he knows that he can catch you. So he waits and waits and waits until you're absolutely knackered. I don't think he's going to get that with Hammer. I don't think anybody. People, the other boxers looking around going, I don't want to fight him.
But I think the perfect fight to build him up for that. I don't know if you'll agree with this. Put him in there with Wilder.
Yeah.
Put him in there with Deontay Wilder. Better yet, have it as the chief support for AJ Fury. I'd pay for that.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree.
I think Wilder would, but has Wilder got any? Like the last time, Wilder, he didn't just get beat; he got humiliated the last time he was in the ring, and I don't think he wants to be doing that again.
Well, Wilder's finished. Wilder's finished. I truly believe, but put him in there with a good kid. Put him in there with a wrecking machine, and then we can really get a decent goodbye out of him. He's given a lot to the sport of boxing. Boxing's given a lot to him. Send him out on his shield.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Well, before we go, we're going to keep it all in the family because we've got another Eubank fighting on Friday night. Harlem Eubank steps back into the ring live on Channel 5, 9 o'clock here in the UK. And he'll be fighting in his hometown of Brighton after the loss to the mighty Jack Catterall, who did so well on Saturday, beating Echo Esserman. Not happy, but there we are. Good luck, Harlem. That's all I can say. I think he'll come through. I hope he does. And,
so you like welterweight?
Not too familiar with Harlem, no. I've got to be honest, the weight division has completely escaped me. Well, it's the same division as Jack Catterall.
Okay, I'm guessing he's younger than Chris Jr.
Oh, yes, yeah. And that was his only defeat. So who knows? Couple more wins.
Well, Adam Catterall, I always thought he won his belt by misassociation. I'm not saying he's a cheat, but I'm saying that that fight with him and what was his name? Was it a couple of years ago? That fight when he was. I thought he was. That was very badly. That whoever was watching that fight, if you'd have seen it, you'd know what we mean.
Well, you thought they were related, didn't you?
Well, so did I. Yes, and I did.
Sure myself, yeah.
But yes,
Adam, can you let us know?
Indeed.
Yeah, but, I'm sure they're not. But
no,
either way, I'm sure
they are. But
Jack's a fight disciple.
Yes, yeah. But Harlem, hopefully we'll see how this goes. Yeah. If he's anything as good as his brother, well, just wait and see what happens, I suppose. Are there any other fights before the sanctioned murder?
No, not massively. Nothing of note, but you can be sure if there is, you can ask the Journeymen.
I shall indeed.
Yeah. Well, more talking to them, mate. You know, they can ask us.
Of course.
They can ask the Journeymen. Yes. But that is going to do it for this episode. We'll be back with you before the sanctioned murder to preview it. I'm sorry we keep calling it that. It is in bad taste, but so is this fight. It's a moneymaker, let's be honest. So, thanks, Adara. Look forward to doing
You're
this again
welcome.
soon. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Any last words, mate?
Oh, I look forward to it. That's all I'll say to that one. I look forward
Fair
to
enough.
sanctioned murder. And I don't say that politely either.
Oh, dear. For Adara Kabara, excuse me, I've been Jack Scrimshaw saying, good fight, good night.